Well, folks, there she is. The R.M.S. Lego Titanic. One of the biggest Lego sets made to date for the modern day consumer. This Lego set was a massive undertaking of 9,090 pieces. The ship cuts into 3 separate sections, and it took us 27 hours and 32 minutes over the span of a month to complete this whole build. We did a lot of time-lapse videos along the way, and we really appreciate everyone who followed along on our Instagram and Facebook stories and gave us your support. But we know you people who voted and said we would never finish this thing. So we did a little poll, and most of you said, not that it would take 24 hours to finish, not 36, not 48. It was we were never going to finish this thing. And to prove you all wrong, we got it done. But man, was it a massive undertaking. And I'm going to throw it over to Summer real quick to talk about her favorite and least favorite part of this build.
This build in particular, least favorite, definitely this section. This was a nightmare.
The stern.
Yeah, it was so complicated. We messed up, how many times did we mess up?
I think we made 3 mistakes on the stern section. 2 were not caught till it was too late, and we had to tear down and then rebuild.
Yeah, and then one of them, we only had to tear out a big section of the floor. But still, it took some time, and it was this section, actually, right here, that held this little guy. There was no hole for it to go into.
No. That was that section.
Oh, it was this section.
Yep.
You're right. Okay, I think it's this, but it's this, and this tightens and loosens this.
The little rope.
And there was nowhere for this gear to sit in, and so mistakes were made.
And I remember when we were at this part of the build saying, that doesn't look right, and you told me
blind
it's
optimism.
Fine. And was it? No.
No. But
luckily,
I did fix it.
And luckily, it was a semi-easy fix.
Yes. And then there was another section. Well, there was another piece up here that was a pain. It was one of these benches, remember? But which one?
Yes, it was somewhere. Nope, it wasn't a bench.
Oh, it was
right
a
here.
ladder. Oh.
It was the ladder stair section, which I built backwards. I followed the instructions for both of them.
And they're on
not
opposite
looking
sides.
They're on opposite sides, so the section shot up and didn't go flush with the deck, and I said, "Don't touch it, just screw it." Well, you know
That's
what?
not true. You said get the tweezers.
No. At first, I said, "Don't touch it," and you were like, "No, we're gonna do this."
I said we have to fix it,
and it fell apart and went into the ship.
And we got it out.
With
and then
tweezers
he said,
and a little damage.
But it looks beautiful. You can't even tell. I mean, we can tell because we know, but looking at this, you would never be able to tell. But my favorite part of building, I would have to say, honestly, probably these sections, because it was all the same, and we knew what we were doing.
She's like, my favorite part of the ship was the easiest part of the ship.
The easiest part.
That was my least favorite part of the ship.
You were bored.
I liked the bow section. The stern section was a headache, but it was a challenge, which kept me entertained. The first middle section here was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But then the next 2...
It was repetitive.
It is repetitive. That's the one thing about this build is you have to realize you are building something that is the same on each side. So you're just building it backwards, but it all kind of comes together. But a really cool thing about the middle sections of the ship is you build the grand staircase.
And you can pull it apart with these keys. These keys, there's 2 of them.
Yeah, there's one right here.
Yep. And here.
And they pull out.
Let's see if we can get it up a little bit. There we go.
Yeah, they pull out just like that.
And then the ship separates, and you can see inside of the ship with the grand staircase.
Yeah, cross sections. You can see the grand staircase.
The pool.
The
lounge.
The lounge. You can also see staterooms.
Ooh, boilers.
Boilers are here.
Are they there?
Yep.
Oh,
That's the engine room
here.
there.
That's right. And the engine actually moves the propellers.
It does. When you take it apart, you can spin the engine, which is really cool because everything is mechanical in there. and it spins your propellers.
There's this one on this side.
The only one that doesn't spin, it's the middle. It spins, but it's not connected to anything.
And the rudder moves.
The rudder moves.
And I've tested this rudder, and it will actually move the ship on the torso of the ship anyway. The end,
When it was apart.
When it was apart on the table, though, it does move it. So.
And once you want it locked in place, you just put the keys down. So the ship splits into 3 separate sections from each key. The other cool thing is in each section of the middle, although it is very similar looking from the outside, the innards do represent the ship real accurately, and they are different.
Yes, they are.
The biggest pain about this ship to me, though, not even with the stern or the bow, was these windows.
Oh my god.
The windows are...
Like these lower ones, the black ones.
Oh yeah, the portholes were easy.
These were easy. These were really fun, actually.
But the windows themselves, they were
were
super repetitive. And if you didn't get them exact, it looked all wonky and off. And we had to rebuild those windows multiple times.
Not only that, but for the instructions, too. Lego needs to get better with their instruction guides. Because
did you see, are looking at going all digital instructions,
I
which
did see
I am
that.
just like, no, please.
But with their instructions, like they do it from like either a side. It's actually always a side profile. There's no top down.
There's a couple that are top down, but almost
it's
everything
rare.
is side profile.
And then you have to like guess. Oh, wait, where does this go? Where does this hook in? Like, what does it by? And then you end up counting Lego holes, and seeing, okay, we think it's here. But yeah, these windows, so with the instructions on these, they'd have like, oh, you put the white and then the clear one and then this one. And then in the next picture, it already has like two more that are on
and
it.
It shows you the pieces you need.
Yeah, and so we were
that got
like,
confusing.
yeah, we were like, wait, what? And then we had to take it apart and rebuild it. And then we finally got them down, which is good because they're in every single section of this ship.
Yep. All the sections of the ship do have little movable parts. From the front of the ship, you have these little cranes for the cargo holds that all move.
These windows open.
The windows.
Well, I guess they're not windows. Cargo bins?
Well, this and this is for the promenade deck. And they do open up, but they are a little bit of a pain in the butt. Oh, one of our minifigs.
That's like one of my favorite parts now is the minifigs at the front.
So that was another cool thing that we did with this. Once we completed the build, we went to
Bricks and minifigs.
Bricks and Figs, something like
Bricks
that.
and minifigs.
Is that what the store's called? It's a local store here in Utah and abroad, I believe, that sells Legos. And I had seen these tiny little minifigs. So if you put a minifig on the ship, it looks drastically too big. But the little minifigs are to scale to the 1/200th scale of the ship, so they look cool on here. So we bought like 8 of them.
And they're just randomly placed.
Put them on the ship. We thought that looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then down below, we went and made 3 historical characters. We made Thomas Andrews, Bruce Ismay, and Captain Smith.
Andrews fell.
Andrews fell. Oh, he went down with the ship.
Oh no!
He's underneath the ship.
He's drowning. There he is.
Now, they're not completely accurate.
But they look pretty similar.
For what we had to work with at the store, they look really good.
They do. Especially Captain Smith. Actually, I think the best is Bruce.
Bruce Ismay?
Yeah. He's got the smirk, he's got the stash, he's got the face, he's perfect.
Yeah, he looks pretty good. And then at the end of the build, you build a little Titanic nameplate down there that you can see, which was fun to cap it all off. This build is very anxiety-inducing too, though, because some of the pieces, especially for the crow's nest here, that fell apart on us once.
Yeah, it did.
Or was it the one in the back?
One
of them fell
one.
apart, and we had to, because it's not in there super
yeah, it's
right.
not tight and
yeah. So that we did have a problem there. Another problem we had was connecting the ship. You have to make sure
everything's level.
Everything is level. So we had to go buy this table from Walmart because we had another card table that had kind of sunk in the middle.
And we couldn't connect the ship.
Couldn't connect the ship at first because it wasn't level. So we had to
We had to lift it
even
on each
out.
side, connect it, and then pray that it didn't.
It's very nerve-wracking too,
Yeah.
because you're like, oh my God. But once it all comes together, it's actually a really solid model.
Yes.
Everything feels really tight in place.
I've seen people pick this thing up and dance with it online.
Yeah, me too. The historical accuracies on the ship are amazing as well, from the 4 smokestacks, 3 being functional, 1 being not functional. They give you kind of historical context in the booklet, in the instructions
Which
as
is
you
cool.
go, which is pretty cool. For like Titanic nerds like me, I really appreciated that. I already knew almost all the information that was in the book, but if you're not a Titanic nerd, you don't know a lot of that stuff.
Yes.
They gave you information on all the lifeboats, which the lifeboats, they are super cool, but after you build like 3 of them, you don't want to build anymore.
No, they're the worst.
Yeah.
But there's also not the correct amount.
Well, there is. So there's 16 lifeboats on board, and then there were 4 collapsible boats.
Oh, I thought there were 20 with 4 collapsibles.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 per side, 16.
Yeah. But I thought it was like 20 total, and then...
Yeah, so the collapsibles would have equaled 20 boats. But you don't build the collapsibles. The collapsibles
I thought there was
would have sat
20 of
on
these,
top.
is what I'm saying, and then the
16.
collapsibles.
You don't build the collapsibles.
No, that's what I was saying. I thought there were 20 of these on the boat, and then in addition to the collapsibles.
No, it was 20 lifeboats all together.
Dang.
With your 16 standard lifeboats and your 4 collapsibles, which would have been cool to make the little collapsibles up top.
I was going to say, we would
maybe
have
that's
stack them.
Is.
It could be, actually. That would make sense, because there's...
No, that's not going to...
It's just the 2.
But overall, a fantastic, amazing build.
But...
We'll get there in a second. I do believe Lego did a great job in the engineering and designing of this product. They paid very close attention to all the little intricate details. They did awesome.
And this is a 1/200th
1/200th scale. One little issue with Lego. And I kind of understand. You have 9,090 pieces. We got 9,087.
Missing 3.
3 pieces were missing.
And the funny thing is, we thought there were 4. So the first piece... We were like, there's a missing piece.
And it was just in...
It was hiding under... It was
pile.
a black piece hiding under a bunch of black pieces that we'd already sorted.
Yep.
So we found that. And then after that, it was like the little boy who cried wolf. Because every time there was a missing piece, you were like, no, it's here somewhere. You lost it. It's under a pile. And so we would look. And the first piece that we didn't find was one of the key pieces.
We have a white one on here in place of the cream that we stole off the Happy Birthday Clown with the birthday cake build that you can do.
So we've got that piece coming from Lego.
And then the 2 engines. So you build the 2 engines. That's probably the hardest part of the build.
That's the piece.
Yeah, that's the piece.
So this piece...
We're missing 2 of those.
We are missing 2 of these in there for the engines to hold the mechanism that turns the propellers together on it. So this piece is also what tightens the string again, but that piece we were missing 2 of them.
Yep. So Lego quality control. Yes. But I can't blame you too much.
9,000.
This is the first Lego set I've ever had that didn't have all the pieces.
And it had so many extras, pieces.
But not the ones we needed.
Yeah.
We tore this whole room apart looking for those.
Yes.
Nowhere to be found.
Watched it like Vader had him in the bed with him over there.
No kidding. You don't get a sticker sheet with this, but you do get a little flag.
3 flags.
3 flag sheets. Well, not sheets. They come on a little,
pop
outs. Anything else that's really cool that comes with the ship?
I mean, everything really.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of any little... There's no really accessories other than what you get. You don't get any minifigures. You have to build those on your own if you want them. Or you buy the little 2-scale minifigures, which I thought was awesome. I seen that in another person's YouTube video. It's like, where'd they get those from?
And then we found them.
And luckily, Bricks and Minifigs had them.
They should have had, like, 2 spots up here. Or, no, sorry, up there.
For Jack and Rose?
Yeah, just to place 2 little minifigs up there. And
that would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, it would have.
The anchors. They have the anchors on the ship. They have
all the benches. Everything. Like, they've got
you know,
everything here. All of this. Like, it's insane. the detail. They've got the little crow's nest up here and like these little lookout boxes. It's awesome.
Yeah. Great
Benches.
job on building it, Lego. The benches, yep, those all clip into place.
Which are here on this side, I'm assuming.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, they are.
Are they?
Oh, there's one over here.
Here's one here, but I don't know how well you
This
guys
side
can
of the
see
ship
it.
you must have had two, and that side of the ship you must have had one. I highly recommend if you build this set. Now, it's a lot of money to invest in a Lego set. You're at $720 after taxes and fees.
$729, yeah.
$729. They are discontinuing the Titanic. Rumor has it
This year.
So it's been out since 2021.
Yes.
It's done its run. It is on the list to get, retired, which will make the value of these go up. So I highly recommend if you want to get a very intricate build, a very challenging build, to pick one up before they're gone forever, and then you're paying, huge amounts of prices on eBay and Amazon and things like that. Great display piece. You need a lot of room to display it.
Yes.
Also, the one thing I wanted to recommend if you're going to build this is do it with a partner. It is definitely going to help save you time because one person can be separating pieces while the other person is building. It comes in a huge box separated into 3 boxes, and the box is actually pretty cool.
It is cool.
Because you have like a blueprint of the Titanic sectioned out, and when you put the boxes together, it looks like the whole ship.
Yeah, that's
so they
really
did
cool.
a really good job there. You get 3 separate manuals, and just having 2 people work on this as you go saves you time.
Yes.
Because I'm not kidding. 27 hours, it felt like an eternity building this thing.
It really did. I thought we were never going to get done.
And I've seen people speed build it, which is not in my wheelhouse.
No.
I have to watch what I'm doing real closely. And I've seen people build it in different ways. Like we went from book 1 to book 3 and you just flow seamlessly throughout the ship. I've seen people start at the bow and then the stern and then build it all up kind of together.
Like levels.
Which is super cool, but not how
I don't
would
understand how their brain works to do that because I'm like, where's the instructions? I need them.
Exactly. Anyways, you all, we really appreciate your comments, likes, and support and following along on this build.
Oh, wait.
What?
Is there anything you wish would have come with this?
Minifigs. I wish they would have included
That's
3. That's all. That's all I can think of.
They should have done lights.
You can buy lighting kits.
But they should have done them. Or at least had a section where you're like, if you want lights in this build, add them now. String them along here.
That's true. People do lights in this.
I've seen that and it's
look
cool.
Awesome. It does not float. So don't try and put it in water. The buoyancy is not correct, and it will just flip on its side. I've seen someone do that in one of their YouTube videos, and their ship fell apart.
That would suck.
But yeah, for a adult Lego build, I mean, teenagers could probably build this. Little kids, I had a lot of my friends reach out to me and say, our kid loves that build. They really want to build one. And I'm like, good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Because you need a very clean space, a lot of space, and a lot of time and patience. So if your kid's going to be building this, you're going to be building it with them. I guarantee you.
Yep.
So go check out the Lego Titanic. Maybe you'll see one in your local Lego store or order it online before it's gone forever.
Say that 3 times fast. Local Lego store.
Local Lego store, local Lego store, local Lego store. Or Bricks and Minifigs. Not a sponsored video. We'll catch y'all later. See ya.
Bye.